Hello everyone, welcome to another Pick a Card reading, and based on your suggestions I've made a poll and you guys have decided that the question of life purpose is the most important and most interesting one. So we're going to use this opportunity to give you some general direction on life purpose. If you would like to receive a reading that is personalized and detailed on the topic of your life purpose, I recommend the life purpose reading, which is available on my website. You can check out the description for details on that. So without any further ado, let's jump into it. The first option is this lovely little pine-shaped or Christmas tree-shaped soap. The second one is this ring that I've got from my best friend recently. And the last option is this shell. So if you want to, you can already make your choice and skip to the relevant part of the video to see your reading. If you need a little more time, I'm going to do a little bit of shuffling and choose the cards for each item. The first one. The second one, and the third one. All right. So, take as long as you need, make your choice, and skip to that part of the video where I talk about your card. If you pick the first one, the first option, your card is the Ten of Wands. This is the Ten of Fire, the Ten of Wands, the highest expression of fire energy. And in this particular deck, the message of this card is shown and illustrated in a very straightforward manner. The Ten of Wands is about increasing the level of responsibility. Now, I think that these cards, since it's one singular card, just giving you some general advice on how to get closer to your ultimate life purpose. The Ten of Wands is suggesting that in order to get closer to what you really need to do, what you really want to do, in order to fulfill your purpose, the solution is to increase the level of pressure in your life. Now, that might sound kind of daunting, especially if you are already feeling like you're overwhelmed. But hear me out. In order to get closer to your life purpose, it's important that you get closer to your limit. It seems as if you're staying within the boundaries of your comfort zone at the moment without experimenting and raising the level of of intensity in your work, in your day-to-day. So this card is basically, I think, speaking to the underachievers, people who have a higher potential than what they are actually manifesting at the moment. So for you to get a clearer picture of what you actually were put on this earth for, because that's another way of describing the life purpose. In order to get a clearer picture of that, you will need to not try to save energy and not try to play it safe moving forward. But instead, there's a need for you to make a conscious decision to push the boundaries, push the limitations of what you're actually capable of doing. And what you will find is actually a higher capacity for hardship and challenges in general than what you're probably estimating at the moment. But what's really important with fire cards in general, and the Ten of Wands belongs to the fire category. What is really important is taking action. So instead of theorizing as to what your true capabilities are, it's vitally important that you go out and practice to see how much you can handle. What is the actual frontier of your abilities and your skills and talents? Because at the moment, it seems like you're perhaps not believing in your ability to manage stress and your ability to handle difficult situations. I can see you shying away from responsibilities where your time management and multitasking and organizational skills could manifest, where you could make yourself proud, where you could really prove to yourself that you are a capable person, you are hardworking and dedicated individual. Unless, and this is the flip side or the other side of the Ten of Wands, if you are already doing 10 different things, if you're already spreading yourself thin, and this is for you to judge, so this is for you to decide for yourself. This is a general reading, so I'm speaking to multiple people at a time. So it's up to your judgment to see whether you fall into the category of someone who is already trying to do too much and should perhaps drop a couple of wands so that you can see more clearly, because the Ten of Wands is carrying the Ten of Wands, as is shown in this illustration. It hinders your way of foresight. This character is not able to see what's in front of them because all these wands are blocking the way. So if you belong to the second category, then the advice is to take it a little more easy. It's up to your conscience and your self-awareness to be able to see which scenario resonates with you. But either way, it's about the management of responsibilities that you are capable of handling. Chances are that you could do more. And I'm saying this with love, with lots of love and compassion, because the reasons why an individual would not want to take on more responsibilities is never, in my opinion and in my experience, it's never due to a lack of, I guess it's not a lack of propensity for hard work. So it's not laziness. It's a lack of vision. It's a lack of faith in oneself. So if that's the case, then this card is encouraging you to do more, to push yourself a little more and see what happens. If you've picked the second category, your card is the Nine of Pentacles. Now, this is a beautiful card, especially when it comes to life purpose, when it comes to your ambitions and your efforts to self-actualize. The Nine of Pentacles belongs to the Earth category. It resonates with the Earth element, and as such is a very practically rooted card. The Nine of Pentacles is the card of independence, making or starting a venture on your own, making an effort to build and nurture and maintain your own garden, your own haven of creativity, where you can make sure that the quality and the standards that you stand for, that you believe in, are manifesting in your work. So, in order to do that, first of all, you need to have a vision of what your true strengths are, what you can bring to the table that is uniquely yours, and that is valuable to other people. And also, you need to have a little bit of stubbornness and lack of agreeability, which is a double-edged sword, because more often than not, you'll find that it is important to coordinate your efforts with other people. Nevertheless, the Nine of Pentacles puts the emphasis on independent thought and independent action. So, in your particular journey towards exploring your life purpose, it's important to find ways in which you can grow more self-reliant, where you can provide value without having to consult with others, without having to be dependent on others, and where you can make decisions for yourself. So it is not an easy path, but it leads to great satisfaction, pride, and great quality work. The Nine of Pentacles is a little bit of a gatekeeper. So what she does is she takes care of and constructs this this segment that is only hers, this garden that is only hers. It's a metaphoric garden, of course. And she exercises full control over it. It's up to her energy and her decisions whether the garden flourishes. So it's it's an extremely responsible path. And her pride, her sense of self-worth, comes from her ability to do this all on her own. So in general, what this card is advising is to explore the opportunities to strike out on your own. Opportunities that fall in line with that idea of creating your own business, starting your own projects, looking at what sort of skills, abilities, and talents you have within you that you could utilize, that you don't need other people for. Of course, by and large, you're going to, like I said, you're going to have to a certain extent, coordinate with other people. But the general principle here with the Nine of Pentacles is that of self-sufficiency. So it's worth considering and looking into options of building your own practice, your own business, creating your own content, and nurturing your own ideas instead of taking that energy and channeling it into other people's projects. If you've picked number 3, your card is the Lovers. Your life purpose at this stage of your life is intimately intertwined with the idea of cooperation, and most importantly with the cooperation between two entities. So yourself and another person, or yourself, your organization, and another organization. Two entities that come together to create a union that will amplify the power and the efficiency of both entities involved. So when we put these two together, the result is more than two. There's a third component, as illustrated by this angel here in this card. And the angel it could be a metaphorical symbol or of inspiration, the emergent quality of a collaborative effort between two individuals, the additional value that is created in such a construction. So this card is very different than 1 and 2, because here we have the advice and the guidance of considering teaming up with someone and focusing your energies on making that collaboration fruitful and prosperous. So what this card is saying is your life purpose is inseparable from the life purpose of another, at least in the current context of your life. And what really aligns with your life purpose is the efforts and the intent to make the relationship work with this other entity. So once that relationship is flourishing, that once that communication is flowing, the life purpose aspect of your joint activity is naturally arising. So the basis, the foundation of your work, of your search for your life purpose, is this ability to manage the interaction between the two entities that I've mentioned. So I want to say thank you to all of you for watching this video. Thank you for supporting me and my channel. Consider subscribing if you enjoy this type of content, and I hope to see you in another video.